And we're back again, guys. We got another Hono Studios Wolverine limited edition this time. Thanks to Pop Collectibles for being able to get this to me. Super excited to add this one into the collection in addition to this one, which clearly they're similar but different. We'll get more into that in just a little bit. So brown suit Wolverine. This one's obviously the iconic. They're both iconic. Let's go with that. But more time in the comics. Put it that way, for the brown suit. Super excited for this one. Now, when I first saw the promo photos of this, I was a little concerned about the shoulder region. And then I actually got it in the hand. And I was like, okay, that's how they did it. Let me explain. I thought the shoulder piece here was actually somehow attached to the actual arm. So when it was posing it, I thought this was going to be rotating. And the reason I thought that is because of this crazy seam they've got going on right here. It just looked like it was, but it's not. I don't know. For whatever reason, I thought that. It's not. Now, the Tiger Stripe one is on a ball joint, or it's two pegs that are attached to the arm. So that's a little different on this one. This one's not. This one's actually attached to the suit itself. And the arm rotates inside of it. So kind of dig that. That's kind of neat. Although if you do this, and then you get this giant gap thing and you got to deal with that. But I digress. So that was my first thing I noticed. But the head sculpt, brilliant. It's the exact same mold. There's really not much different here other than the actual suit. The body's exactly the same. So if you got the previous one, it looks great. Very muscular. As you can see, he's got the abs going on here. Seamless arms with the sculpted, painted in hair going on. Looks brilliant. Looks just fantastic. Same material for the suit. It's this like fabric-ish yellow part. And then I'm going to guess some kind of pleathery, rubbery material for the brown section. It definitely is rubber here, or like silicone. Like it's not pleather. At least this section right here is not pleather. So I'm going to say like maybe a silicone-ish material with more of a pleathery material here. You can see the difference in textures. I guess a different material here than here. And I guess that makes sense because this is going to move around a little bit more than this. But it is nice. It is nice. There's some texture here on the brown parts. Obviously, he's got the X belt going on here, which I thought was kind of interesting. Seam going down the back. And then this is it's just good looking, right? Same thick thighs that we saw in the previous version. Big double bend here when you can see the knee joint going on here. I mean, this is what they're calling an entry grade figure. And it works. It works. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. More metallic-ish parts going on here where the claws are on the gloves. These gauntlets are separate pieces. They kind of rotate around, which can be a little bit annoying during posing. And one thing I noticed, you guys will notice too, the cod piece, without it being shiny bright, it kind of disappears and it's not as speedo noticeable as the shimmery blue section here. Like you can see, it's just different. So there's that. Outside of that, exact same body. Still got toe articulation here. Dig that. Black trim, brown boot, brown here, black on the bottom of the boot there. Actually, it's pretty good looking. Texture here on the cowl, that all looks good. And unlike the previous version, we actually get 4 change out mouth plates. Now, I know the first thing you're going to say was the mouth plate paint doesn't match the body. I will slightly agree to that. Depending on the angle, I will say there's more red in the mouth plates than there is here. This is more of a pale color. There's not a whole lot of red going on here. It's more, blood, if you will. Blood flow into the mouth plate here versus here. And it's the same with the rest of them. So if I grab like this one right here, you can see like it doesn't quite match. It's not great, but it is what it is. Now we did get, if I can grab the other 2 mouth parts. So we got this, grumpy one down here. And then we've got this one, which we've seen before with the growling teeth. And then we've got this one here with a little smirk. We've seen that before. This is new. For those that didn't catch my previous video on the previous Hono Studio Wolverine, go check that out. But the way you change these out is there's not magnets. It's actually a peg right in there. So you just kind of get that guy, push this out, and I'm going to change this out to this one. This is my least favorite of all the ones. This is the newest faceplate of the bunch, and definitely my least favorite. Yeah, not my favorite. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm happy to have a new one, but definitely not my favorite. But there's that one. We'll change. I'll show you the other two mouth plates. Again, just use your finger. Pop those out. We'll put in the little smirky one. That one actually looks pretty good. Kind of like that one. Last but not least, we got some gnarling teeth. That one looks pretty good too. As far as range of motion goes, it actually has quite a lot. I mean, the arms will go way up there, again, without issues with that. Double bend on the seamless arm. You can do whatever you want there, kind of like, and these are ratcheted, which is nice. You do have this little bit of slight motion up and down in the in that socket there. A little bit of butterfly action. Not a whole lot of ab crunch, but there is some, but then you're gonna have the rolling of the suit, which makes sense. Ball joint up here on the head. And then obviously 6 scale peg down here on the hands. And then honestly, the suit material on the pants gives you a pretty good range of motion all the way around. And then a ball joint here on the foot. Again, well, I showed you already the toe articulation. I mean, these things are pretty mobile, and balance wise, it's got some weight to it. So it balances really well down here on these larger feet. So I like that very much. It does come with some accessories. So do get a set of weapon holding hands, if you will, that are unclawed. And obviously for holding the sword that we get here, that's a new accessory. Looks pretty good. Pretty much just brown paint. Nothing really spectacular going on here other than the metallic silver bits. Obviously we got some claws, and yes, they are plastic and they're somewhat fragile. Be careful with those. We do get a right and left clawed set. Do like that. You get the snicked effects, if you will, on these. I'm not a big fan of these, but they do come with it. You get a set for each claw. And then you get the blade, which is plastic. It's not die cast, and it looks great. Nice little metallic paint going on here on the red. And you got some gold down here on the pommel. And nice little, this is all sculpted, it's not fabric. But it does look really, really good. And of course, we get a display base, which you're supposed to cut up the box or put a comic in. I won't be messing with that, but it is the exact same base as the previous version. And a quick side-by-side of the two Wolverines we got so far, the brown suit on the left, Tiger Stripe on the right. You can see the differences, well, it's just in the suit. The body is exactly the same. The arms are exactly the same. There's different paint applications, which is quite obvious, right? It is personal preference which one you like. The claws are the same, the boots, everything's exactly the same. Mine is actually painted correctly. And, the seamless arms look pretty freaking good, in my opinion. As far as the back, you can see the seam a little bit more pronounced on the brown suit, but they also does not have that shimmery blue paint, which honestly I kind of like, but I don't know that I have a preference. You guys let me know your thoughts. Comment section down below. Suit Wolverine posed up, looking all kinds of awesome. Same posability, same articulation, range of motion as the previous Wolverine. It's just different. And I'm on the fence which one I like better. Got to be honest with you guys. This one looks pretty good. Range of motion is good. It's just which one. They're both great, put it that way. Now, I would love to see a straight up Hot Toys, like nailed version from the recent film. Would 100% love to see that. I'd like to see this elevated up to Hot Toys level. Like that would be pretty sick. But I'm not mad at this price point for what you get. I think it's a solid release. I do wish it wasn't limited, so more people have the ability to add this to a collection if they want to collect all the Wolverines. But I have no control over that. This thing looks pretty sick. Pretty stoked about it. And I'm going to keep having some fun posing this guy around because honestly, it's pretty good. Check out the range of motion on those ankles. Like that's pretty good. And the seamless arms, I mean, it just looks good. And just like that, we've got Wolverine versus General Grievous. And yes, I did do this. And yes, I have some photos. Maybe I'll throw them on Instagram or something. Super fun to pose this guy up. Now, funny story about this. I didn't actually have to remove the arm from my General Grievous to do this pose. It was already broken, as many of you may or may not have known. But good thing is Hot Toys is going to give us a proper General Grievous in the near future. So we've got this guy. I've got his claws going on through the arm of Grievous. It looks great. I used the new Screaming faceplate. I think that's pretty cool as far as for this pose. It's not the best likeness. Let me just be honest with you. You guys saw that earlier. The paint application between the faceplate and the arms is not spot on, but it's close enough for the price point we're getting. I think I just hit the camera. It's not too bad. So I'm okay with that. Range of motion is great. I mean, it's a solid figure, you know, sub $200, solid figure. I hope they keep pumping these things out at a somewhat decent pace. Not crazy, but a somewhat decent pace with the whole thing with the artisan stuff becoming aligned with Hot Toys and them kind of going crazy with that. It's nice to see a little bit of a reprieve on the price point. To also, I mean, you're getting a decent figure for a decent price, and I don't think you can be too mad at that. I really don't. I think it's a pretty good figure. So hopefully you guys are able to get this version or maybe the Tiger Stripe version and what other versions we might be getting in the future. Who knows? But I'm pretty happy with this one. So thanks to Pop Collectibles for getting this one for me. I definitely wanted to add this one to the collection. Super excited about it. Can't wait to get other X-Men characters from Hono and add those to the display as well. For right now, I think I'm 100% going to leave mine posed up just like this, or some variant of it so it doesn't fall over. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. We got some other giveaways coming up very soon. Subscribe. In art, Aragorn sculpted and rooted hair version review coming up soon. And the chrome, red and chrome version Iron Man Mark III. Working on that video. You want to talk about a pain in the butt to record video? That chrome is insane. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. As always, click what you like. See you next time.